April the 15th. So all this paperwork that you're doing, you don't want to put it in the dumpster because there's crooks out there who'll steal your identity. This is what you want to do. You want to put it into the Embassy 10-sheet Microcut shredder with safety software. Now, this is a wonderful value. It's $109.99, $109.99, but it retails the whole value here for $242. $242, so it's $130 savings today. I'm gonna bring in Bill Duggan, who's another one of our electronics expert. And I love this. I finally broke down and got it after our last presentation.
Because we all need it.
We all need it. I mean, because there's so much sensitive information out there. And the one I had was rinky-dink, and it kept stopping and jamming. Right. I was like, that's it. I was so frustrated.
We don't want that.
So how many sheets can you put in here at a time?
So this is our 10-sheet shredder. So it's that perfect Goldilocks size for all the home offices, all the dorm rooms, because all of us have a need to protect our identity. And the thing is, tax season, 49% of all identity theft happens right now.
Oh, right now.
And the thing is, it's because the stuff we have stored in boxes that we're pulling out, the stuff we're getting in the mail, the stuff we're sending off to the accountant, and then when we don't need it, we have to have a proper way to dispose of it. A lot of us have shredders, but they're rinky-dink or dated technology.
Oh yeah, it wasn't Microcut.
No.
And explain that. That is like...
you can see the difference right over here. So
like
that
confetti.
Microcut, it's total confetti. Look at how small that shred is. What is a tax document? What is a medical record? And if this is the shredder that you have, this thicker strip shred, you want to upgrade because you want that finer shred. Identity thieves have figured this out. When we launched Embassy here, the statistic was 1 in 10 of us were victims of identity theft.
Right.
It's pretty prevalent, 1 in 10.
Oh yeah, it's
now
scary.
1 in 7.
Oh,
it's on the rise.
It's gotten worse.
So our Embassy shredders have been designed specifically for us here at HSN. The colors are one thing, but it's also, it's more ergonomic. I'd love to just show you how this is designed with that sloped front. Why is that important? Normally the slot would be way up here in the back. So if it's under a desk, we have to like crawl under and get under and try to find it. With it always being within reach, you just easily find it and you take all that junk mail that you have sitting around. It's like, you know what? I don't need this credit card offer. I'm gonna shred it. So it's within reach, but what you're also getting is the finish in terms of the different color options. And that micro cut, which we'll get into even more, why that's important.
Well, let's go through the colors because you have, these are all exclusive to HSN. And Embassy is just the #1 when it comes to shredding. They sell like 1 in 4 that are sold by Embassy.
Exactly.
So you have the black, you have this beautiful rose gold.
Right.
The silver, which is what I have at home. I'm so happy with it because it looks great with your decor. We have it in red. We also have it in blue. And that's a beautiful midnight blue. And then, ooh, purple. This is so pretty, ladies. And then we also have it in the green, and we have it in paisley. And then up here by me, the most popular, the most limited that will sell out first is the marble, which is just absolutely stunning when you think about how beautiful. So not only are the colors exclusive, but Bill, talk about too how the design is exclusive as well.
That's just it. They've redesigned it with that ergonomically sloped front so it is easier to load in, the color as well, but most importantly, it's the features. Because you talked about how it would jam and become difficult.
Oh, all the time.
If the shredder can't keep up with everything that's coming into your house, I don't even know if you can notice, there's a little light inside, so you can even see it getting shredded before you. Joe Harrison gave one to his dad. Oh, we can take down the lights, awesome. So you can see what actually happens. I'll put some paper in. Look at that. I wanna see it glow. So you can see it actually just get shredded. You see the white pages, you see the purple.
So cool.
I mean, more importantly, you see that that pertinent private information is destroyed. And that's the peace of mind that you get. But Joe Harrison was talking about he got an Embassy shredder for his dad because we all have the need.
It's the best.
The Federal Trade Commission even warns us we need to shred. And why? One of the #1 complaints is about identity theft. So this is one of the first lines of defense, because whatever you put at the curb is fair game. So we went to their webpage and they said there's many steps a consumer can take to reduce the risk of being an identity theft victim. For example, guard your social security number. We've got that. But they say shred charge receipts, shred credit applications, and other sensitive documents. And that other, it's gonna be different for every household. You know, it could be kids' applications, a car loan, refinance paper, medical documents, but it's also, it's every person has a different need.
Right, because even moving, you know, from Texas to Florida, it was like, what do you do with your old licenses?
Right.
And credit cards that you're no longer using? And for us, when we sold our house in Texas, all of what you give the real estate agents with all, you know, the money that you make and all your, I mean, you give them your everything but your blood supply, right? I mean, all your information, that's what made us get it. We had all these documents that we no longer, you know, when you move, you realize how much, you know, crap, I don't know how to say it, that you take with you. So this also gets rid of the clutter, but I had peace of mind.
And that's really why these are such a huge customer pick. We sell a lot of technology, does a lot of cool things. This has one job, and it does it perfectly. So it's redesigned. One thing that Dad loved about it didn't have to take the lid off anymore because it has this nice large pull-out bin. One of our reviewers called that peekaboo window instant gratification because you can see it get shredded. So you notice I'm not making a mess. I take the trash out. What is this trash? Unidentifiable. I'm going to actually remove the bin because I want you to actually see what
my little
it looks
kid
like.
wants to play with it.
Well, why not?
Like, oh, Mom, wee! And I'm like, no, do not make a mess for me. But it is so much fun. It's like confetti.
Well, the thing is, people use it for packing material because it is so small.
That's a good thing.
And that microcut difference is huge. So you see it going in 8 by 10.
Right.
Here's another example. I have about 4 or 5 pages here with paper clips, with staples, and guess what? We have the power to still go through all of these documents, all of that extra office supply hardware in terms of the paper clips and everything, and look what happens. It is hungry for your identity. And this is where you have to think about it. It's an upgrade. It's a value in terms of protecting your credit score, in terms of the headache of identity theft. And if you're shredding with something from the 70s, that strip shred, I mean, it's time to
That's
upgrade.
what mine did.
And the thing is...
And I told my husband, look, and he can be frugal sometimes. I'm like, we've got to get one. And look at this presentation. And he said, you're right. You can still make out what that says.
You can, and that's just it. We've gone from strip cut to cross cut, which was definitely better. And what are you walking away with? That little itty bitty dot of microcut. Because you said it perfectly. This strip shred, you can piece it together. That's someone's identity right over here. And because it's been around for so long, they've been able to figure that out, able to piece it together.
Because that's what criminals do. They have the time to dumpster dive. They have the time to piece things together. And they wait for you to throw that out, you know? And so you have to be safe about it because, you know, I have a friend who was a victim of identity theft. And the fact that she had to go down to the police department and take her identification and all these papers with her everywhere she went just so she wouldn't get rearrested. It's a horrible thing when they get the people mixed up, and it was just so inconvenient. You don't want to be a victim, and it happens, like you said 1 in 7 now?
1 in 7. It happened to Marlo Smith. It's happened to myself.
And it's really a horrible thing to go through.
Well, that's just it. Most of us don't know it's happened to us until it's already happened.
Oh, sure.
Until we try to get, you know, we're sitting in the car financing office, and we're like, they come back, oh, you're not getting that special offer you saw on TV, you don't qualify.
Or, and you're like, what do you mean? My credit should be great.
And what happened to me is I was a sophomore in college. I just moved into the apartment and I was all excited. I go to the financial aid office and like, oh, you don't qualify for financial aid this year. I'm like, excuse me? Because that all of a sudden became a real big check. And I was like, I kind of need that. And then it becomes a whole nightmare of repairing it and where did it go wrong and how do I protect it? Shredding is the first line of defense. Another thing we have to remind you is it's not just shredding that we're giving you to protect yourself. It's a software, a way to back up your hard drive, defend your hard drive, lock up your hard drive. And this one's even great, a way to help manage your identity on social media. And why is this important? Sure, our identity is on the printed page. It comes in the mail, it's on the tax documents, but it's also out there virtually. So that's really where you're protected digitally, but then on the printed page. And remember, half of all identity theft happens right now during tax season.
Yes, all this sensitive. And I'm so glad that we have that because we finished our taxes. And then you don't have to worry about it. So again, you are getting exclusive colors, and you may be thinking it's not all about the way it looks, and it's not. It's about peace of mind and security, but it's such a plus that it just blends in with your decor.
Like you said, you got the silver one?
I got the silver one, and I love it.
If you have those stainless steel appliances,
that's where I got it.
Leave it in the kitchen, because I do tell you, I've had a few shredders because I've been selling these, and I have one in my office, and then I have one kind of by the door. And it's great because I'll get the junk mail. I'm like, oh, I don't need this. And as soon as I get rid of it, it does feel good because I'm not tripping over that clutter on the kitchen counter or on my desk because it's like, oh, I don't need that. Because guess what? With 10 sheets, it can go through the whole envelope, the whole application. And that's why it's
never had a jam. I was so frustrated with my old one. And you know, to be quite honest, it was cheap and you get what you pay for. I think I paid $40 for it. I guess it served its purpose. It halfway didn't work. And so to me, once you get this, you don't have to replace it. You're one and done. The quality, Embassy is all about the quality. They are the top leader when it comes to shredders, so you might as well get the best, right? It's like the Cadillac of shredders. So $109.99, we've knocked $10 off of our HSN price, but the retail value says it all. This retails for $242. Now, that means all of what, if you were to purchase this separately, all of what you're getting right now, it would be $242. It would be $111 just for the shredder. The 1-year ransomware defender service would be $49.95. The 1-year hard disk shield service would be $39.99. The smart privacy cleaner that we're giving you, $29.99. The Hacker Up ebook that we're giving you, $10. And we're even giving you lubricant sheet and bag liner. So the whole value is $242. So you're actually saving $130 bucks. So pick the color that you want, and the marble is the most limited. If you want that, it is absolutely gorgeous if you want to take another look. But I love what you're doing. You're showing it doesn't jam.
It just keeps going. And the thing is, the sooner we're through the clutter, the sooner that clutter monster's gone.
Absolutely.
But also we're being very smart with our identity, because once we do put it out there, it is fair game. I'd love to also just show you a comparison here. Look at all these pages that we've gone through. What is what? Look at that one piece of paper that, you know, I cut a corner on and like, you know, I just threw it away because I thought, you know, it's not gonna happen to me. It takes up more space, but also, yes, there are dumpster divers. But we've been there. It's been a windy night, you know, your garbage can gets knocked over and your paperwork's all over the neighbor's yard. Your paycheck stub, your medical record, your cell phone bill is down the street. It's about privacy. It's about getting rid of the clutter.
Nobody deserves to know what medications you're taking. Your neighbors don't need to know how much money you're making.
Actually,
I mean, and what I love about this, read the reviews. One person said instant gratification, and I agree. I mean, it shreds 7 feet of paper per minute. It is quick.
It cleans up 7 feet of paper per minute. And that's what you got to think about it, because we do hold on to stuff. Some things we need to hold on to for years, like our taxes. But you know, the taxes from 2010, the zeros, we don't need them anymore.
No, isn't it after 7 years?
After 7 years, we can get rid of them.
Just toss it.
Have you gone to the doctor recently and you get prescriptions and you don't just get the label anymore, you get all the precautionary and all the extra. That's more clutter and stuff that we have to hold on to. And sure, we need to hold on to it for a little while, but then when we can get rid of the clutter, get that drawer back, get that, you know, shelf back in the office because I don't need all that stuff, it feels good. But we can't just throw it out. You need to dispose of it properly.
So get this home for $22, and what's great about this hour, like I told you, 5 flex pays on everything. Also, free shipping. So 5 flex pay, $22 to get it home. What that means is you're gonna spread those payments out over 5 months, and all of you qualify. So all you need is a debit card, you can use your credit card, you can use PayPal, but take advantage of spreading out those payments and being one and done on this shredder. You will be so thankful. I was so excited when I got this. And nothing else jammed.
Everything else, she was excited about it.
Because I like to jam,
simple upgrade.
but I don't want this to jam, okay? I know you'll be back, Bill. Okay, now we're gonna leave you with Andrew Lessman, which is another favorite of mine. I'm feeling good today because of him. Here's Andrew.